What do you reckon? Do you think it'll start? I reckon it won't. Right, the battery's been on charge overnight. Hopefully this is now charged up so I can get the old Massey going. We'll get round to the 265 with this and we'll see how we go. Alright, here she blows. So I'm going to get the battery back on in a minute, but I thought we'd just have a quick look behind. Because it's quite interesting. You see, on a lot of vehicles, the radiator's at the front, but in this case, the battery's been put in front of the radiator, which makes really good accessibility. On the McCormick's and stuff, they're underneath, which isn't so good. But I guess that blocks an area there, so you don't get so much air in on the radiator. This is the air vent, the engine, a bit dodgy on that. I think I need a new one of those. Oh dear. Yeah, and the power steering is there for the front wheels. Right, that's the power steering filter case, I think it is, yeah. Right, so we're going to put the battery on and then we'll give it a go. You might remember yesterday when I tried flipping starting it, it wouldn't start. Now I've got definitely an electrical problem with this. Quite a while ago I had the alternator tested and the chap said it's not chucking out any proper power. So I bought a new alternator, I did. This is a couple of years ago, so this is a confession of a cock-up that I did. Right, I bought a new alternator. I was making a video about fitting it actually, and I filmed the whole thing. And then went to fit the alternator, realised I actually had the wrong alternator. It didn't match the holes on the side here, so I couldn't fit it. So that video never made it. Confessions of a Funky. It never made it, and I deleted the video, didn't bother uploading it, because I didn't want to look a prat, but I'm confessing to it now. You know I'm a prat. Do you know what, I just left it, and I realised, no, realistically, I'm pretty sure it's the alternator causing the problem here. Harry did loads of work on it the other day and it should be charged and it's not. I mean, it could be the battery that's knackered, it's quite an old battery, but I think the realistic problem is that alternator should have been changed. I will get a new alternator. What I will do though is I'll wait till the summer. So what we do with this loader, this is a genuine Massey loader by the way, and it was our main loader on the farm until we bought the McCormick's. And we moved all our round bales with a two-wheel drive. We moved all our round bales with that up until 2002, and we broke a few shafts on there a few times because of the weight of the bales. It's not really designed for that sort of thing really. It's a big advance. Before that, our only loader was the 35, you know, the one I bought back, had an awful loader on it. So I grew up with a 35 loader and that until early 21st century. Well, it's a pretty good job actually. The spools are for the flat 8 grab. Did loads, mucked out all the sheds with it, everything. It was good, but it's just slow. Slow compared with what we got now, and also no four-wheel drive. Anyway, we're going to put the battery on, and then I can go chain arrowing later. I'm not going to go now because I've got to put a spring on the McCormick. We'll do that, and tomorrow I'll be doing that, hopefully chain arrowing. Right, let's get the battery on a minute. In fact, here it is. Let's do it. And there we have it. Right, so that's attached. Probably ought to put the grill on really. The danger of taking these grills off is you forget you've taken them off. You get in the tractor and you start and you flip in, drive off and drive over the thing. So that's not the proper catch up there. Where's that going in there? That's it. Right, that's on. Let's take it off there. Oh, mustn't lose the spanner. Right, do you reckon this is going to start? What do you think? It's got as good a chance as any, isn't it? Who remembers when I couldn't start it the other day? What do you reckon? Do you think it'll start? I reckon it won't. Yeah, that was a bad day. Right, so I do need some adult help here. I'm pretty sure there used to be ignition light that came on just here when you turn the key on, instead of that oil light. And I'm not sure why that doesn't come on anymore. If someone could tell me, what does that indicate if there's no ignition light? Does that mean there's no power getting to it? I think there is, obviously. What does that mean? Right, anyway. Look, and also these gauges stick. Look, watch this fuel gauge here. Look. Right, shall we turn it and see what happens? Hang on, have I got that? That won't help. I think I had the chain arrows lifting up, so the engine was straining trying to run the hydraulics while I was turning it over. That ain't good. Maybe that didn't help yesterday. Right, let's see if we can get it going. Doesn't want to start, does it? Yes! 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 Alright, baby! Alright! Smell the diesel! Smell the fumes on that! I love it! How boring would that be if this was electric? Come on! Come on! Yeah, baby! Give it some of that! Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so I got that tractor started, but it's a little bit late in the day to go chain iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and fix the spring on the McCormick. Now, you might remember I mentioned it the other day when I was furt spreading. So what I've had the problem of, this spring here, which is the accelerator spring, snapped. Now I've only got a little shorty spring. I don't think the whole spring I ever found it. This one is too short. Or not enough tension. No, too long, sorry, too long. And so what's happening? Well, let me just show you. So I'll just start her up. The idle speed is set too high because the spring isn't bringing it back. So the engine is sort of racing a bit. It doesn't. So, the answer to that is a new spring. Now, problem is I looked online, couldn't find the right spring. And me being a tight ass, I thought, do you know what I could do? I could buy a spring pack online. So I bought a spring pack online, but I think I've got the same problems I had before, in the fact that I haven't really got the right size spring. So let's see what we've got. So, this is a whole load of springs, look. Can I open this one hand? Right. Look at this. Right. So in here are a selection of springs. Now, that is, believe it or not, that's the original spring that came off there. I can't quite believe it. Look. It's not. It must have been a lot longer and snapped off. And because it's got to be able to pull that back. Now, the problem I've got is these springs aren't very manly. Look, it's typical, the ones that are quite strong, that's quite long, it's too long, and there's nothing in between. Look, that's the next one that's built well, but the wire's too thick on that, and that's way too short. What I need is these but with a thicker, look, that's quite a thick wire. That's a thicker wire than those. I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting that on temporary measure, and I'm going to have to find the correct one. Where's the hook on there? Oh, it's there. I wonder if that will work. If I get this one off, let's get my pliers on that and pull that one off. Oh, just too long. Right, I've got that one off, and you can see the difference in length. This silver one on the right needs really to be the length of this. I did have a brainwave. If this one on the left doesn't last, won't work. I wonder if I could cut this one, like about where my thumb is, and then actually bend the wire. That would probably work. That might be the option, plan B. I've got these here as well. I could do something like that with those, because it's only, if you look in there, they've only bent the wire. But this is my easiest option, is to just put this one on here. But the only thing is the durability isn't necessarily there. Right, let me just pop this on, and then we'll see how we go. Yeah, it's not really worked. There's not enough tension. That it's not. Either that one's too long as well, or it's just not enough tension on it. It's just not pulling it back. Right, I'll have to overthink this and try and sort it out. Right, I've gone from one extreme to the other. That one was too flexy and not any good. That was too. Why didn't I try that one? Did I try that one? It's too short. These are too short. So what I've done is I've tried one of these. Excuse my cough. And you can see I put it on, and it's probably too short because it's stretched. That's stretched. The only thing is, that's working now. I'm going to see what happens. Let's see what happens if I start it. Will it spring back? Okay. Me is if that spring is, yeah. What worries me, if that spring's too much of a tension, then it'll keep trying to pull the accelerator back. Well, that'll do for now. I'm not convinced that's the right one to do. This tractor needs a blooming good clean. Right. In the meantime, if anyone knows where I can get these little springs from, where I can just turn up with what I got and say, have you got one of these? Do they sell them at B&Q or something like that? I tried Screwfix, they don't sell them there. So this is ongoing, I think. I've got myself out of a fix with this cheapy screw thing. I've got to speak to a McCormick dealer soon anyway, because I've got some work to do on the other tractor. I might just get that fixed. I might see if they've got one. Right, anyway, in the meantime, crack on.